children. Today we are going to see exercise 1.3. Last class we done exercise 1.3 9 sums we have to complete it. So today we are going to see 10th one. What is the question they are given here? So listen, what is the question? If f comma g or r related to r are defined by f of x equal to modulus of x plus x and g of x equal to modulus of x minus x, then find out the g of f and f of g. F of g and g of f we already studied in the 10th standard functions. Now listen here, what is the question they are given here? F comma g, therefore r belongs to r related to r are defined by f of x equal to modulus of x plus x and g of x equal to modulus of x minus x, then find g of f and f of g. So you already know the procedure. So listen here. Here what is the question they are given here? First we have to find out the f of x. First we have to find out the f of x. So listen. Here what is the question for here? So this one is a modulus of x plus then modulus of x plus x. So listen. First we have to find out the x lesser than 0. Sorry. X lesser than 0, then x greater than 0. First we have to split it into x lesser than 0, x greater than 0. Now we are going to find out what is mean by modulus of x. Modulus of x they are mean by it consists of a plus x and minus x. It will be lesser than 0 means it will be considered like a minus x. Greater than 0 means it will be considered like a plus x, because lesser than 0 all the values are it comes in a minus only. So then minus x plus x you have to substitute here, then you have to write here. What is the value you are getting? Minus x and plus x, it will be answer will be 0. Now here we have to x plus x, the answer will be 2x. Now we have to write like this. So 0 here 2x. What is the value you are getting here? Lesser than 0. X lesser than 0, the value will be 0. Then here you have to arrange the function method. So now what is the value here? Here will be 2x. Now we have to write like this: greater than or equal to 0. X greater than or equal to 0. So now we are going to find out the g of x. Now we are going to find out the g of x, because we are find out here g of f and f of g. You already know the method how to solve the g of f means g of f of x. F of g means f of g of x. So now we are going to find out the g of x. Same procedure only. What is the question of given for g of x? That will be modulus of x minus x. So listen, modulus of x minus x. What I told you already. First we have to take minus x. Here we have to take a plus x, because modulus x is also here also now. So then it will be x less than 0, then x greater than 0. So now we have to substitute here minus x, that will be 2x. Here x minus x, the answer will be 0. We have to write like this. First one minus x lesser than 0, then 0 x greater than or equal to 0. First we are finding out the functions f of x and g of x. Now let's solve let's find out the g of x, g of f and f of x, f of g. Let's find out then I have to write here f of x equal to 0, because it will be useful for solving the sums. So g of x, that will be minus 2x, 0, x lesser than 0, x greater than or equal to 0. Now so first we have to find out to find g of f. We have to find out the g of f. What is the procedure for g of f? First we have to find out if x lesser than 0. Listen. Sorry, x lesser than 0. First we are going to find out the x lesser than 0. What is the procedure for g of f? G of f, it consists of you have to write like this, g of f of x. Now you split into g of f of x. You have to write like this, g of f of x. Now we are going to substitute the value. What is the value for f of x? Here we are going to, what is the procedure condition here? X lesser than 0. What is the f of x here? X lesser than, what is the x lesser than 0? F of x value will be 0. So listen here. What is the value for f of x in x lesser than 0? That will be x lesser than 0. The value will be 0. You have to substitute here. G of 0, 0. Whatever g of 0, so answer will be also 0. So then, if we are going to find out x greater than or equal to 0. Next step we are going to find out the x greater than or equal to 0. Now we are going to find out, listen here, g of f, same procedure you have to follow, g of f of x, here g of, what is the value for f of x? Greater than 0, that will be 2x. Greater than or equal to 0 means that the value will be 2x. You have to write here g of 2x. So it looks like a g of x method. It looks like g of x. What is the value for g of x in the greater here? X greater than or equal to 0. What is the value for g of x? That will be 0. So g of 2x value will be, that will be 0. Understood, children? Let's find out the f of g. So listen, children, to find f of g. What is the procedure for f of g? F of g of x. First we have to find out the x lesser than 0. First we are going to find out the x lesser than 0. X lesser than 0 means the value always comes into negative only. X lesser than 0 means the value always comes into negative only. So now listen carefully. So f of, what is the value for g of x? So x lesser than, what is the value for g of x here? X lesser than 0, the value will be minus 2x. Listen, f of minus 2x. For g of x value is here itself minus 2x. You have to write here. Then listen carefully this step. It looks like a f of x. It looks like a f of x. I already told you f of x consists of here, only it will be consist of plus values. But here we are having negative value. Then we are going to x lesser than 0 means always it will be goes into negative. But here we are f of x, we are having only positive values. So then we have to positive is x greater than 0. X greater than 0 will be only the positive value, because whatever value greater than 0 means it consists of a positive value only. It is not into the negative value. Now we have to write like this. F of x means you have to minus 2 here. Then what is the value for f of x here? Greater than 0 means it will be consist like a 2x. What is the answer given here? X greater than 0 means it will be changes to x greater than 0, because f of x consists of a positive value. So here x greater than equal to 0 means what is the value here? That will be plus 2x. Listen here, plus 2x. You have to substitute for x. F of x means 2x. Then multiply 2 into 2, that will be 4. Plus into minus 4, minus 4x. What is the value for f of g? Here 4x. Now we are going to find out that if x greater than or equal to 0. Now we are going to find out the x greater than or equal to 0. So now we are going to f of g of x equal to, what is the value here? F of, it is greater than 0. Listen. x greater than or equal to 0. For g of x will be x greater than or equal to 0. For g of x, that will be answer will be 0. Whatever will be 0 means answer will be 0. Now we are going to find out the next. If x, okay, what is the answer getting here? If f of g equal to 0. So first we are find out in the g of f value. X lesser than 0, the answer will be 0. Again we are going to x greater than or equal to 0, the answer will be also 0. Now here we are getting to find out the f of g. X lesser than 0, the answer will be minus 4x. Then x lesser than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0 means the answer will be also 0. That is the solution for this sum. Okay, let's move on to the next sum. What is the question given for the next one? Please, children, please take your book and listen this exercise, because in this exercise questions are very big, looks like very big, but the solution will be very less. Okay, solution will be very short only, but question will be very big one. Let's take your textbook, then understand the sum. So 11th sum, it will be homework for you, and 11th sum, 11 exercise 1.3, 11 sum, and example 1.29, that will be homework for you. Exercise 1.3, 11 sum and example 1.29, that will be homework for you. Now we are going to find out the 12th one. What is the question they are given here? Take your book, children, listen. If f is to r or related to r is defined by f of x equal to 3x minus 5. F of x equal to 3x minus 5, then prove that f is a bijection and find its inverse. Find f is bijective and find its inverse. Find its inverse. So what is meant by new word here comes here? You already know what is meant by inverse. What is the word new word here? That will be bijective. What is meant by bijective? So listen. Bijective is nothing but if the function a related to b, if the function a related to b, it is in 1-to-1 and on-to function. Both the functions are satisfied. That is called by bijective. I already told you in the last class. 1-to-1 or on-to function, it will be possible or not possible. Okay. Now here it looks like if it is a function, it will be 1-to-1 and on-to function will be satisfied. It is called like a bijective. Both the functions in one function, it will be called like bijective. Okay. Now let's see the sum. So listen here. Understood, children? So what is the question they are given here? In this sum we are going to find out first we have to read page number, refer the page number 33. If they are having 4 points, they are having 4 points. Listen the 4 points. So let's take the page number 33. In there we are having 4 points in the working rule. So listen the working rule. Now see the working rule. What is the points are there given here? Write the first point. Write y is equal to f of x. F of x considered like a y. Second point will be write x in terms of y. X in terms of y. Then third point, write f inverse of y. Right? F inverse of y in equal to the expression is y equal to The expression is y. So finally the fourth point, replace y as x. Replace y as x. These four working rule only we are applying for this sum. So here this sum also, hereafter coming all the sums are, we are using these type of 4 points working rule only. So now let's move on to the sum. You understood, children? Please refer the page number. First you have to understand and study this working rule. Then your sum will be easy only. First we know the procedure how to solve the sum. So listen here. What is the procedure here? F of x. First we have to consider into y. F of x given will be f of x equal to 3x minus 1. Yeah, f of x will be considered like a y. Okay, that's the procedure given here. Minus 5 will be goes this side, will be changed into plus 5. So y plus 5 equal to 3x. 3 will be multiplied here, will be comes this side, it will be changes into divide. So then x is equal to y plus 5 divided by 3. We are find out in here for x. We are find out in first x. Then the second procedure, what's the write x in terms of y. Listen here, second point, write x in terms of y. You have to write like this, x equal to, that will be g of y. You have to write in a x equal to g of y. What is the value here? G of y means you have to y plus divided by 3. The next procedure, what's the procedure they are given here? Next we are going to find out the g of x. Next we are going to find out the g of x. G of, that will be f of x. G of, what is the value for f of x here? That will be 3x minus 5. It looks like a g of x. Already we studied in 10th standard. Lot sums are we studied. It looks like a g of x. What is the value for g of x? No, it is not called by g of x. It will be called by g of y. Here we are calling like a g of y because the second point changes into write x in terms of y. X will be converted into y. So that's why we are writing here g of y. So g of y means you have to write like this. So listen, it will be looks like a g of y. What is the value for g of y? G of, this value you have to write, take into g of y. So now we are going to, what is the value for g of y here? Y plus 5 divided by 3. What is the value for g of y here? Y plus 5 divided by 3. You have to substitute the value for x. So how we have to substitute this value, y value? Here we are having y value. What is the value for y here? That will be 3x minus 5. 3x minus 5 plus 5 divided by 3. You are substituting the values for here. It will be consist like a g of y. What is the value for y here? 3x minus 5. Now we are substituting here y plus 5 divided by 3. 3x minus 5 plus 5. Minus 5 plus 5 will be cancelled. The next step, 3x divided by 3 cancel. The remaining value will be x. So g of f value, that will be g of f of x value, that will be x. So let's now we are going to find out the f of g. Because bijective means both in one-to-one and on-to function. Okay. So now we are going to find out the f of g. So it's like a f of g of x. F of g of x. What is the value for value we are finding for here? Here g of x. You have to write like this. Here we are x in terms is converted into y. So now we are going to y. Here you have to write g of y. So f of, what is the value for g of y we are getting here? That will be y plus 5 divided by 3. It looks like a f of x term. F of x term means what is the value for f of x here? 3x minus 5. You are having y value, x value, this one. Substitute here. 3 into you are substituting here for x value. Now we are going to find out the 3 into y plus 5 divided by 3 minus 5. Listen here. This one is a f of x value. This one is a f of x equal to 3x minus 5. Now it looks like a f of x. Now we are going to substitute these value 3x minus 5 into this y. So listen here, 3 into this value we are substituting here for x. Y plus 5 divided by 3 minus 5. Then we have to cancel the 3 balance value. Y plus 5 minus 5 plus 5 and minus 5 will be cancelled. So balance remaining value that will be y. So f of g of y value you are getting, that will be y. Here g of f of x it will get x. Here f of g of y gets y. So now we are writing the function. So listen here. Listen carefully. What is the third point they are given here? Write f inverse of y equal to the expression in y. So here we are considering the f and g are bijective. F and g are bijective because we are getting g of x, f of x equal to answer getting x. F of g of y answer getting that will be y. So here f and g are bijective and inverse to each other. And inverse to each other. So let's inverse the value. What is the inverse here? F is a bijective. F is a bijective. We are going to inverse the f of inverse of x. F of inverse of, sorry, here we are x term will be converted into y. F inverse of x, you have to write y plus 5 divided by 3. Now we are replace the fourth point we are going to apply. What is the fourth point? Replace y as x. Replace y as x. How we are? Replace y as x. Now we are going to write f inverse of x equal to, what is the value we are getting here? Here you are changing x means here it's also it will be changing x plus 5 divided by 3. That 4 points you are understand means you studied that 4 points. The sum will be very easy only. Okay, hereafter sums we are going to find out same procedure only. Let's move on to the 13th one. Listen, what is the question they given here? What is the question they are given in the 13th one? So let's take your book, read the question. The weight of the muscles of a man is a function of his body weight, that will be x, and can be expressed as wx equal to 0.35x. Determine the domain of this function. Determine the domain of the function. What is the given here? W of x equal to 0.35x. What the question they are given here? Weight of the muscle of a man in a function of his body weight x. Since x represents the weight of the man. Weight of the man. So then it will take only positive integer. Listen. Always we are considered like a weight means it will be always considered like a, because the weight of the muscles of the man is a function on his body weight. Always it will be looks like a positive integer only. Why? Because man weight will be always we have to calculate into the positive value only. Now we are going to positive means it will take only positive integer. Will take only positive integer. Now we are going to write the domain. How we write the domain? Nothing, simple one. So listen, x always greater than 0. Because weight always greater than 0, here itself also x always greater than 0 only, because positive integer, weight will be calculated to positive integer. Here we are taking means 0 greater than x. x greater than 0, x greater than 0 means because positive value only can, because greater than 0 all the values will be positive only. Let's move on to the 14th one. What's the question they given here? Read the question, children. The distance of an object falling is a function of a time t can be expressed as s of t equal to minus 16 t square. S of t equal to minus 16 t square. Then we are going to find out the graph the function and determine if it's one-to-one function. What is the condition they are given here? The distance of an object falling is a function of a time t and can be expressed as s of t equal to minus 16 t square. Graph the function and determine if it's one-to-one function. Now we are going to write this one. So let's see the solution. F of s of t1 equal to s of t2. You are writing like this because it will be one-to-one function. First we are going to prove the one-to-one function. So f of s of t1 equal to s of t2. What is the value here? 16 t1 square equal to minus 16 t2 square. Now cancelling the values, we are getting t1 square equal to t2 square. Square cancel. The answer will be t1 equal to t2 square. It is a one-to-one function. It is a one-to-one function. We are proving the one-to-one function. Now we are going to proof in a graph. Now we are going to prove in method of graph because they are asking determine if it is one-to-one function, graph the function also. Okay. Now we are draw the graph. That's given x represents the time. X represents to time. Y represents distance. Y represents. So if in exam they are giving the graph paper, you have to draw in the graph paper, or otherwise you have to draw like this. So now so first we want the points. So let's x, then time. This one is the distance. I put the 0, 1, 2, 3. Assumption will be yours. What is the question here? 16 minus 16 into t square. You are substituting 0 in here. The answer you are getting 0. Then 1 means minus 16. Now we are going to substitute the 2 square. 2 square will be 4. 4 into 16. The answer will be minus 64. Then 3 square. 3 square the answer will be 9. 9 into 16. The answer 1 divided by minus 144. We are prepare the table. Now we are going to draw the graph. Now we are going to draw the graph. In graph, you are going to find out prove the one-to-one function. Listen here, how to prove the one-to-one function in graph. Listen here, x. This one is x. This one is y. Here y dash. Here x dash. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, or else minus 5. Here you have to write like this. 0, 1 to there, that will be minus 20, minus 40, minus 60, minus 80, minus 100, minus 120, minus 140 itself. Then here 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 120. So listen here. Now plot the points. Here first point 0, 0. It will be 0, 0 here only. 0, 0. There next point 1, minus 3. X axis will be 1, by that will be you have to point here. 1, minus 16. The next point 2, minus 64. 2, minus 64. You have to plot here 2, minus 64. Then 3, 144. Here 3, 144. 3 comma 144 here. You have to plot here. 3 comma minus 144. Because minus means it lies in the fourth quadrant. You have to draw like this. So to join the lines, you are getting 0 comma 0 here itself. 1 and this 1. So you are drawing the time means this type of 3. It is also 1 to 1 function. 1, it will be pointing into the minus 16. 2 pointing into the minus 64. 3 pointing into the minus 144 only. It is also looks like a 1 to 1 function. We already written the statement. Previously we written in the statement it is a 1 to 1 function. Now we understand that it is the graph function. In exam they giving the graph paper, you have to draw in a graph paper, or otherwise you have to draw like this only. Okay, no problem. Let's move on to the 15th sum. What is the question they given here? Read, children. The total cost of airfare on a given route is comprised of the base cost C and fuel surcharge S in rupee. Both C and S are function of the mileage. Let's have a function here. C of M equal to 0.4m plus 50. 0.4m plus 50. And S of M equal to 0.03m. What is the question they given here? The total cost of airfare on a given route is comprised of the base cost C and fuel surcharge S in rupee. Both C and S are functions of the mileage M. C of M equal to 0.4m plus 50 and S of M equal to 0.03 meter. Determine the functions for the total cost of a ticket in terms of mileage. Total cost of the ticket in terms of mileage, and find the airfare for flying 1600 miles. So first we are going to find out we are going to find out determine function. Determine function. First we are going to find out the total cost. Total cost of a ticket. Total cost of a ticket. What's the condition here? This way you have to add the cost and CM and SM. These two functions we are having. First we have to find adding these two functions. What is the 0.4m plus 50 plus S of M value will be 0.03m. Now we are adding these two variables. 0.4 meter plus 0.03 meter. The answer you are getting 0.43m plus 50. So 0.43 plus 50. Now we are going to find out find the airfare for flying 160 miles. How many miles? The given M equal to, you have to consider like a M, 1600 miles. How many miles? 1600 miles. Now we are going to substitute in this equation. Now we are going to substitute in this equation. What is the answer we are getting here? Total cost we are going to find out the total cost for airfare now. So what's we are going to find out here? Airfare for flying. So here we are getting 0.43. What is the value for M here? 1600 plus 50. So the total answer will be rupees 38. Airfare for flying 1600 miles, that rupees 38. Okay, let's move on to the 16th one. In this chapter I already told you question only. It looks like very big, but solution will be very short. Easiest one only. What is the question given for 16th one? Let's read. The salesperson whose annual earning can be represented by the function a salesperson whose annual earning can be represented by the function, so that is A of x equal to 30,000 plus 0.04x, 0.04x, where x is the rupee value of the merchandise he sells. His son is also in sales and is earning or represented by the function that will be S of x. 25,000 plus 0.05x, 25,000 plus 0.05x. Then find A plus S into x and determine the total family income if they each sell rupees 1 crore 50 lakhs worth of merchandise. First we are going to add the value. This one is the first equation, this one is a second equation. So listen, first we are going to add the A plus S of x. First we are going to add the value. So it will be 55,000 plus 0.09x. What is the value for getting here A plus x? That will be 55,000 0.09x. Also given selling rupees, that will be x. Selling rupees how much? 1 crore 50 lakhs. How much? 1 crore 50 lakhs. So worth of merchandise. Now we are going to find out the total family income. Now we are going to find out the total family income. Total family income equal to how much? Here 55,000. Now we are going to substitute the x. 0.09. What is the value we are given for x? 1.5. So 1 crore 50 lakhs. So now we are going to multiply this value, then add the value. So now listen children. Total family income 55,000 plus 0.09 into 1 crore 50 lakhs. We have to multiply it here. 55,000 plus 1350. So 0.09 into 1 lakh 50 lakh 1 crore 50 lakhs, it will be 13. So listen, now we are going to find out the total family income. 55,000 plus 0.09 into 1 crore 50,000. The answer will be 13 lakh 50,000. 55,000 plus 13 lakh 50,000. The answer will be 14 lakh 5,000. The answer will be 14 lakh 5,000. So now let's move on to the next sum. What is the total family income here? 14 lakh 5,000. What is the question we are finding here? The merchandise, the total family income of the merchandise, that will be 14 lakh 5,000. Let's see the 17th sum. What is the question they given here? The function for exchanging American dollar for Singapore and dollar on a given day is f of x equal to 1.23x. F of x equal to 1.23x, where x represents the number of American dollar. X represents number of American dollar. Then on the same day, the function for exchanging Singapore dollar to Indian rupee. On the same day, the function for exchanging Singapore dollar to Indian rupee, that will be g of y equal to 50.5y, where y represents the number of Singapore dollar. Y represents the number of Singapore dollar. Y represents 2. So let's write the function which will give the exchange rate of American dollar in terms of Indian rupee. Write the function which will give the exchange rate of American dollar in terms of Indian rupee. To convert American dollar into Indian rupee. To convert American dollar into Indian rupee. Indian rupees. Okay. So same procedure. G of f of x. Writing g of f of x. That is g of f of x. What is the condition here? F of x will be 1.23x. That will be g of 1.23x. It looks like a g of x. Here we are converting to here given here g of y. You are assuming like a g of y. Here the term value will be g of y. So it looks like a g of y. What is the question here? 50.5. 50.5y. Now we are substituting this value. 50.5 into 1.23x. 50.5 into 1.23x. Now we are getting 62.115x. What is the value you are getting here? 62.115x. Let's write the function here. Listen carefully. The function for exchange rate of the function for exchange rate of American dollar into Indian rupee, American dollar converted into Indian rupees, that is g of f of x equal to 62.115x. 62.115x. Understood, children? Let's move on to the 18th one. What question they have given here? Take your book, read the question. Let's read the question. The owner of a small restaurant can prepare a particular meal at a cost of rupees 100. Our cost price, that is rupees 100. Then we estimate that if the menu price of the metal x rupees, the selling price rupees, that will be x. How much the selling price we don't know, because selling price will be x. Then the number of customers who will order that meal at that price in an evening is given by the function dx equal to 200 minus x. Expresses day revenue and total cost and profit on this meal as function of x. Expresses day revenue, total cost and profit of this meal. We are going to find out total cost and profit of this meal as function of x. First we are going to find out the profit. What is the formula for profit? selling price minus cost price. Selling price minus cost price. Formula for the profit. Selling price minus cost price. Here we are writing what is the selling price here? That will be X. What is the cost price here? X minus 100. Then the given function here, the mean at that price in an evening is given by the function d of x equal to 200 minus x. Number of customers, listen, number of customers equal to, that will be 200 minus x. 200 minus x. Now we are going to find out the day revenue total cost. Now we are going to find out the day revenue. What is the formula for day revenue? What is the formula for day revenue? Nothing. Number of customer into selling price. Number of customer into selling price. What is the number of customer here? 200 minus x. 200 minus x. What is the selling price here? That will be x. 200 minus x into x. So then we are going to find out the total cost. Next, we are going to find out the total cost. What is the formula for total cost? Number of customers into cost price. Number of customers into cost price. Number of customers into. What is the number of customer here? 200 minus x into, what is the cost price here? That will be 100. So next we are going to find out the total profit. So because they are asking total profit now. So listen. Here we are finding out the profit, number of customers, day revenue, total cost. Now we are going to find out the total profit. What is the formula for the total profit? Number of customers into number of customers into total cost. Number of customers into the given function, that will be, listen children, now we are going to find out the total profit. Total profit equal to number of customers into profit. We already find out the profit here. Now we are going to find out the total profit. What is the profit here? Number of customers, that will be 200 minus x into, what is the profit here? X minus 100. In book answer, we have to getting that type of answer means 200 of x into x, then 200 minus x into 100. You have to write like this: 200 minus x into x, then into 200 minus x into 100. It is a book answer. Okay, book answer method we have to follow here. So next, let's move on to the next sum. This one you have to first write the unit here. Listen carefully. Unit will be very important one. Okay, so let's see the 19th one. What is the question they given here? So let's read the question. The formula for converting from Fahrenheit to Celsius temperature is y is equal to, what is the condition here? The formula for converting from Fahrenheit to Celsius temperature, that is y is equal to 5x divided by 9 minus 160 divided by 9. Then find the inverse of this function and determine whether the inverse is also a function. Find the inverse of this function and determine whether the inverse is also a function. It looks like we solved the sum in 12th one. Same procedure, that working rule, 4 rules. So here also we are applying same rule only. So now we are going to, denominator will be same, means 5x minus 160 divided by 9 y is equal to 5x minus 160 divided by 9. This 9 it will goes this side, it will change into multiply. 9y equal to 5x minus 160. 5x minus 160. Minus 160 it will be comes this side, it will be changes into plus 9y plus 160 equal to 5x. 5x equal to 9y plus 60. Then x5 will be multiplied, it will be goes into this side, it will be changed into divide. 9y divided by 160 divided by 5. So we are getting here x. Now refer the page number 33. So if it will be, you are getting the x term, it will be converted into x term, it will be converted into g of y. You have to write like this, g of y. X, it will be changed, x terms into y. So you have to assume like the g of y is equal to 9y plus 160 divided by 5. So write like this, g of y equal to 9y plus 160 divided by y. Let's find out the g of x. Sorry, g of f. Let us be g of f of x. G of f of x. Sorry, f of, it will be f of y. Sorry, f of x means, okay. Here y equal to, you have to write f of x. Y will be changes into f of x. This one, g of f of x. What is the value for f of x here? That is 5x minus 160 divided by 9. What is the value for here? F of x means that will be 5x minus 160 by y. Here we are finding the g of y only. It will be considered like a y. So what is the value for g of y? That is, here we are having 9y plus 60, 160 divided by 5. You have to substitute here for 9. This value you have to substitute for the y. This value you are going to substitute for the y. 9 into 5x minus 160 divided by 9 divided by 9 minus 160 whole divided by 5. 9 into 5x minus 160 divided by 9 minus 160 whole divided by 5. Here, sorry, minus plus 160. For your substituting y value, this one is the y value. What is the y value here? 5x minus 160 divided by 9. 9 into 5x minus 160 divided by 9 plus 160 divided by 5. This 9 and this 9 will be cancelled. Then what is the remaining value? 5x minus 160 plus 160 divided by 5 minus 160 and plus 160 will be cancelled. Then remaining value 5x divided by 5, 5 cancel, the remaining answer will be x. So g of f of y, the answer will be x. Let's find out the f of g of y. So here we are finding out the g of f of x. You know the condition, g of f of x always comes into x, because f of g of y, it will also comes into the y, because it will be bisective. Listen here, same procedure you have to follow here. F of g of y equal to, that is f of g of y. So f of what is the value for g of y here? That will be 9y plus 160 divided by 5. What is the value for f of g of y? 9y plus 160 divided by, it looks like a f of x. What is the value for f of x here? You are already finding out in here. That is 5x minus 160 divided by 9. This one is a f of x value. Now we are going to substitute this value for x. Substitute this value for x. Let's substitute the value. 5 into 9y plus 160 divided by 5 minus 160 4 divided by 9. So we are substituting x, these value for substituting for x. So listen, 5 cancel, then 9y plus 160 minus 160 divided by 9 plus 160 and minus 160 will be cancelled. Then 9y divided by 9 cancel, the balance value will be y. So f of g of y we are getting, that will be y. What is the question they are going to find out here? The inverse of this function and determine whether the inverse is also a function. Now we are going to find out the fourth point. What is the fourth point here? Inverse function. First we are writing here. First we are going to prove the g of f and g are bijective. Here f and g are bijective. First we have to write here. F and g are bijective means it is inverse to each other. It is inverse to each other. The next step we are going to inverse this one. So here we are having what is the value we are having? F of f inverse of y equal to, that will be 9y plus 160 divided by 5. So the inverse means f inverse of x means that is 9x plus 160 divided by 5. So inverse means 9x plus 160 divided by 5. You have to split like this. 9x divided by 5 plus 160 divided by 5. 5 means that is cancel 32 times. Plus 32. It is also. So this one is the f inverse of x. So understand, children? Understood? F inverse of x equal to 9x divided by 5 plus 32. Okay, 20th sum, it will be same procedure only you have to follow. That's working rule, the 4 working rule. So first one is x will be considered like a x in terms of y. First we have to will be considered like a f of x. Then second point x in terms of y. Then inverse. Fourth point will be replace y x as y or y as x. Okay, that 4 rule you are studied first. Then the sums already all the sums are easy only to solve. Okay, 20th one will be homework for you. Same procedure you have to follow. Okay, thank you, children.